Hey, Stephen Platinum, your friend in wrestling, with Platinum versus AEW Dark. This is from October 5th, 2021. A little under an hour and a half show. We burned through, what are we looking at? About 14 matches. And true to my prediction, I feel like this Dark was better than the Dark Elevation for the first time in 32 episodes of Dark Elevation. We start off with FTR, Wardlow, and Shawn Spears against a number of really good hands here. Baron Black, Aaron Fry, great to see him. Austin Green, and Dean Alexander. So a lot of Georgia guys, a couple of guys who came out of the Nightmare Factory. And it's what you would expect. It really was about demolishing and showing the dominance of the Pinnacle. And that's exactly what they did on these matches that are uneven in nature. I go on a 3-check system, 1 check for a team winning definitively, which most certainly happened, and winning and looking good in the process. That happened also. But the guys did a good job in defeat, so they get a 3rd check mark. Abaddon against Valentino Rossi, who I like quite a bit. Abaddon recently whining on Twitter about, like, sometimes I want to quit, but then my doubters and Abaddon has had almost 30 matches and lost 2. If anybody should not be whining, it is the limitedly talented Abaddon in the ring. But the gimmick is undeniably good, and thank God she's going with that leg hook DDT. So this is a typical Abaddon match. She dominates. She's scary. 3 check marks. They're going to have to put Abaddon in an angle, because right now it just feels like she's floating without purpose. 3rd match, the Acclaimed against Michael Martinez and Vari Morales. Vari Morales, great to see him back in action. He does his usual stellar job. May even win our Enhancement Talent of the Week. The Acclaim does their thing, say their rap, win their match. 3 check marks, easy peasy. Sunny Kiss on a streak of wins, and that doesn't end as Sunny Kiss takes on Calhero, who does a very good job here. 3 check marks. Sunny Kiss looking very good. Clearly they are priming Sunny Kiss for something a little bigger. We'll see what that ends up being. Zeta Zong taking on Chris Statlander. Zeta Zong's work is not always the most solid, but Chris Statlander really gets her through the match here and makes her look good. I still hate that Big Bang Theory used against basically enhancement talent. I think it comes across as very heelish, but I beat that drum every time. It is what it is. 3 check marks though nonetheless. Next match I would call competitive. Sky Blue, who is 0-6, but very popular with AEW, and I'm wondering if she's going to pick up her first win here against Maddie Renkowski, and sure enough she does. So in competitive matches, the 3 check marks are for different standards. Do both sides look good? In this case, most definitely. Does somebody win in definitive fashion? I love that finisher of Sky Blue's. And is something advanced? Yes, Sky Blue gets her first win, and I think goes into a different kind of category. Congratulations. Eddie Kingston against Anthony Henry. I'm going to call this competitive as well. And it's great to see Anthony Henry here, no doubt. Do both sides look good? Absolutely. Kingston made sure Anthony Henry looked great. And of course, Anthony Henry, very good in that ring. Eddie Kingston does win in definitive fashion. Is something advanced? Yes, I think Anthony Henry has found himself a semi-permanent home. He's going to be around for a while, folks. And that's a good thing for wrestling and a great thing for Anthony Henry. And it's lovely to see. The Gun Club continues their unbeaten ways as 3 of them take on Hunter Knott, Rosario Grillo, and Cameron Stewart, who have all graced AEW Dark and Dark Elevation before. It looks good here. Again, Billy Gunn is the best at directing traffic in these trios matches, and this is no exception. And they're showing a harder edge and a heelish edge, and I actually think that helps Austin quite a bit. I think a heel persona kind of serves him well. So they look good here. 3 check marks. They win. It's predictable. Diamante against Santana Garrett. It's great to see Santana Garrett. I'm going to charitably call this competitive match because they end up having a really great match here. Do they both look good? Absolutely. Does Diamante win in definitive fashion? Yes. Getting back on the winning track. And And does something advance? Yeah, I think getting Diamante back on that winning track, and the commentary seemed to indicate that Diamante still had a problem with Swole, so we're going to continue that. And Santana Garrett has probably got herself a semi-permanent job as well. Oh, just saw Dream Girl Ellie on NXT. That was awfully cool. Next, we've got the Varsity Blondes with Julia Hart against the Wingmen's Pretty Peter Avalon and Ryan Nemeth. We'll call this competitive as well. Though the Varsity Blondes win pretty handily here. I mean, Ryan Nemeth gets some stuff in. They get some stuff in, the heels, but ultimately this is about the Varsity Blondes, and they look great. Do both sides look good? Yes. Do the Varsity Blondes win in definitive fashion? Absolutely. Is something advanced? Yeah, I could see the Varsity Blondes having another match with a different incarnation, perhaps, of the Wingmen. Daniel Garcia with 2.0 at ringside defeats Eric Lockhart in a very one-sided match, and I say that's as a bit of a surprise because Daniel Garcia tends to be very giving in these kind of matches, but they really need to push him a little bit, so the right match happens here, which is Daniel Garcia looking very dominant, winning with the sharpshooter, 3 check marks. Serpentico with Luther defeating Marco Stunt. I'll call this a competitive match. Do both sides look good? Yes. Marco Stunt has been losing to everybody, and it's nice to see Serpentico pick up the win, and this could further highlight them in some kind of combination against other members of the Jurassic Express. So 3 check marks. Looks like we're going to 3 check mark out for Dark, which is impressive. Orange Cassidy with Chuck Taylor and Wheeler Yuta at ringside, defeating Nick Komoroto with the Factory in definitive fashion. I will call this a competitive match. Do both sides look good? Yeah, Orange Cassidy allows Nick Komoroto to throw him around a little bit. They give a bit of a match here. Does he win in definitive fashion? You know what it is. Actually, Orange Cassidy threw him around a little bit before that orange punch too. And is something advanced? Yep. The Factory, I think Orange Cassidy is going to get to go around the horn and possibly beat other members of the Factory as well, including QT.